was like, I would say Shinzo, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Like when it comes to like content creation, or probably even your editor, I would say.
Yeah. Yeah, Nevin, he's not too camera shy. He actually he's had some TikTok clout back in the day. Back when the hurricanes were ravaging Florida.
Ooh.
He had some hurricane prep TikToks that went a little bit viral. All right. I think we are live now. We probably already got some people in chat. If I can get my freaking Chrome to respond.
We got the people from the lurking crew right now.
Correct. All right. It looks like we've already got Haley in chat. We got Rebels in chat. Let me get that link in the Discord so that all the Discord peeps know what's up.
Demon's so surprised and shocked right now.
Young Demon, Avanada, Stealth Lemon, Lala Not Listening. We got all the regulars in chat. Welcome back. And Danny, yeah, we got Sponge Pimp in the cut.
Shock. Such a shock to everybody. No one expected this one whatsoever. Man,
Let's see.
that's so surprising the entire community. Every single time.
Let's see here. Announcements.
Oh man, I appreciate it. Lordy.
Put me onto some Sponge Pimp lore, Danny. I'm trying to spice up this Discord message.
Honestly,
Does Sponge Pimp also live in a pineapple under the sea?
I feel like,
Or is he in rock bottom?
bruh, he's neighbors with Gucci Mane. That's all I can say right now.
Oh my god.
Just kidding. Hold up. I'll put that real quick.
You won't want to miss this one. All right. That's now shared in the Discord.
Going back to that because I had to replug it in. I think it was just because it was my favorite series or whatever when I was younger. That's about it, honestly. Am I single? That will not be answered. Gotta keep personal life and digital life separate.
Okie doke. We've announced it in Discord officially. And now it's time to announce it on Instagram. How about it? Oh shit, we got Meows Mix. We got Nev Marketan in chat. Welcome everybody. Tense Games. Yeah, we'll get started here pretty soon. I'm gonna give it a couple more minutes, let some people trickle in here. We got a big announcement this stream also. I don't think I even put Danny onto this, but we got a big announcement. If you've been tuned into the show for a while, You should stick around through the end of the stream, see what that's all about. We're bumping some Danny T right now, as a matter of fact.
Shout out Masterminds. Also,
So-
Odd for giving me the shirt too.
Odd One Out. Go check
God
out
bless.
Odd One Out and Masterminds.
I told you I'm gonna be the plug for this entire stream.
That's right. All right. All right. Instagram post. The story post. Getting that queued up. I wonder if they have a Sponge Pimp on Instagram stories. Let me see. Oh, I'll be staying hydrated, Lala, not listening. Don't worry about that.
Bro, if they have that username, I'm taking it.
I got that McDonald's Diet Coke.
For real.
Maybe if I type in gangster SpongeBob.
Funny thing, I used to use Gang Bob as one of the hashtags for SoundCloud for the longest time.
Gang Bob. Maybe that's on here. SpongeBob Gangster, maybe? Nope. Bummer. All right, we'll just do a sponge emoji. How about that? Get the linky. That's right, Prapali, if that's your name. Kato, we got Kato in the cut. Zeus says, Danny T, sign my face.
I do take
You're gonna
autographs.
take him up on that offer?
Not paid for. I'll do it for free.
There you go. All right.
I'm a man of the people. I guess both of us are the men of the people.
Live now. All right. We're shared to Instagram, I think. Yes. What kind of watch is it? This is an Apple Watch, actually, courtesy of Haley the 13th in chat. Shout out to Haley the 13th. Wife guy moment. Was good, Wynick or Inick? I don't know. How's that pronounced? We're feeling good, young demon. We're feeling good. It's been a long day. It's been a long week, actually. I had jury duty this week, so quite an exciting week.
Exciting.
Yeah, quite an exciting week for old yokai. Got to do my civic duty and show up to be judged by a couple of lawyers. That's correct, Lala. Not listening. Haley is indeed my wife. Yeah, jury duty, bro. It ain't fun. I did get sent home, thankfully. I didn't get selected to actually serve on the jury, so I didn't have to spend too much time in the court. All right. We've got everything shared everywhere. I think we're about ready to get started. Okay? So, real quick, I guess, welcome to the stream, everybody. Welcome to the SoundCloud game show, not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud yet. I'm your host, Yokai, and today we're joined by a very special guest. That's right. That's right. We're joined by a very special guest. As you can tell, he's very familiar with the show and the format. Danny Techaholic, a.k.a. Danny T, a.k.a. Sponge Pimp himself, in the flesh. Danny, how you doing? What have you been listening to lately?
I've been listening to, obviously, the usual funk, obviously. My life's been busy. You already know. Just going to give a couple plugs. And shout out to everybody for Funk Round to Find Out. Holy Ma Purple Posse putting me on. Obviously, I was a fan before everything else. That's always going to say how I am. Just blessed to be a part of this amazing community. That's all I got to say about that.
The community's blessed to have you, Danny. If you don't know, Danny is also quite the hardworking content creator here on YouTube. He's done some interviews, some guest mixes, I think, or you've been posting mixes and shit. So yeah, go check him out on YouTube, Danny T. He may or may not have an interview with yours truly on YouTube. So if you want to get...
Or his evil twin.
That's right.
Maybe.
Evil twin Stan Vorm. So go check that out. We'll go ahead and get into it, but real quick, just in case you have not tuned into the show before, the way that this works is you guys submit tracks on the Discord. So if you haven't had a chance to submit tracks on the Discord, we're up to over 1,400 submissions. So do your civic duty and submit a track for free on the Discord. It can be any SoundCloud track as long as it's public and it has public stats. And I'll tell you why. It's because we're going to pull up one randomly, just a random submission that has been submitted sometime on the Discord. And I've got a Chrome extension here that hides almost all of the identifiable information about the track. So we're just going to have to listen into it and try to guess. We'll have a multiple choice list. Try to guess how many plays that track has on SoundCloud. Okay, it's going to be chat versus me versus Sponge Pimp, Danny T. Let's go ahead and dive in. Why don't we? We've got the first track here already pulled up. Let me get that pulled up here and we'll switch on over. All right, ladies and gents, we've got a track here from 5 years ago and only 8 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud. You can see we've got quite the wacky distribution of guesses here, okay? It could be as low as 9,995 streams or as many as 460,000 streams. It's only a minute long, so let's go ahead and give it a listen. It's seeming like it might be a little loud. We've got pretty much a brick waveform here with some sprinkles, some chromes, as we like to say. Without further ado, let's listen to it. It's only a minute long. It doesn't really need to be much longer if this is all it's going to be. Any initial thoughts, Danny? What's your opinion on this type of funk?
No comment.
No comment. Wow.
Super bricked up. Super bricked up.
You heard it here first, folks. Bro is bricked up at the brick waveform.
Bricked waveform.
Yeah, this is, if I remember correctly, a submission from Lalo Not Listening. So thank you, Lalo Not Listening, for submitting this brick waveform. I'm really not sure what to think of this one, but I think I'm ready to go ahead and lock in a guess. And as soon as both Danny and I have locked in a guess, we're going to open the poll for chat so that you guys can vote on what you guys think this one's going to have.
I got to take into account it's 5 years.
5 years. Got the watch your head bust. Very commonly used vocal.
Alright. I think I got something locked in.
Sweet. Alright, chat. Now is your chance to have your voice be heard. You've got 60 seconds on the clock. How many streams does this track from 5 years ago have? If you need help figuring out how to vote, you can type in !help in chat. Otherwise, yeah, just !vote, space, and then the letter of your choosing. If you're thinking this one's gonna be on the lower end, you got two options, okay? You got A and B. A is just shy of 10,000 streams. B is just over 10,000 streams. And then if you think it's not gonna be that low, well, you're pretty much on the complete opposite side of the spectrum. We got C and D, which are 434,000 and 460,000 respectively. It doesn't look like the votes are going through for some reason. So, let me try restarting the poll. Yeah, bot. L-bot. But it's at least showing up on screen this time, so that's positive. Let me make sure the bot is turned on. Oh, it's not on. Yep. That would be an issue. All right. Let me restart it again. Okay. The bot's working now, guys. Now you can vote in chat, okay? I wonder if anybody's gonna switch their vote. Anybody got any regrets? It seemed like mostly A votes before. Yeah.
Miss A vote.
Yeah, so don't forget, if you're trying to vote, you got to use the vote command. So !vote, space, and then the letter of your choosing. We got that boy Odd One Out is in the chat. Welcome to stream. I don't know if I saw you in chat before, but welcome. We got a lot of votes in, okay? 11 votes here, 10 seconds left on the clock if you're wanting to sway the results. It's not looking very hopeful if you're voting anything other than A, though, if we're being real. 3, 2, 1. The poll is closed. Yeah, it seemed like everybody was all over A on that one. Lalo Not Listening is the one who submitted it, and they're saying that it's C. I struggle to believe that. I went with A. I'm with you, chat. I'm a little more pessimistic on this one because it's only from 5 years ago with 8 public tracks on the profile. Now, if it was, I've said this on previous streams before, if it was from like 2013 or 2014, it didn't really matter how many public tracks you had on SoundCloud, because if you got a big repost and, you know, you had that snowball effect going for you, you could rack up hundreds of thousands of streams over a few years. Easy. Didn't matter how many tracks you had. But nowadays, it's like, unless you have kind of a core audience that you can use to kind of push these tracks right when you release them, it's not really going to be that likely to spread. So that's why I knew it was probably going to be A or B on this one. I don't know. Maybe I'm getting bamboozled. Maybe Lala Not Listening is onto something here. Danny, what did you think about this one?
I will have to say I did vote for B. But that's only because I can't see something like this getting 500,000 streams over like 5 years ago. It seems possible, especially since it's like a re-upload. If it might be a re-upload, that's possible since it's obviously 5 years ago. But I don't see it getting like C or D, even though Lala said it's possibly C.
Yeah, I think
we'll see after this.
Yeah, for sure. If C were like even a little bit more in the middle between 10K and 400K, it might have had a better shot. But I mean, C and D, that's really a lot to ask for. So sounds like chat and I are going with A. Danny's going with B. Overall, we're thinking it's going to be on the lower end. Chat, I'll lock in A for you guys. Let's see how it goes. 3, 2, 1. It was B. From Ronald Main, McDonald's 2.
What?
The highly anticipated sequel. Damn. Danny takes the first point of the stream.
Don't expect this for the rest of the stream at all.
Off to a great start, Sponge Pimp, I gotta say. Damn, okay. Ronald Main. Not familiar with Ronald Main. 79 followers though. Hey, nothing to scoff at, I guess. Is this a shitpost account? I see Murasaki's in the comments here. Is Murasaki in stream today? I haven't seen them.
I don't think so. He usually is, especially last time I remember.
What an interesting. Oh, we got a play a funk comment on this one. Just lol. So it seems this might be a shitpost. Who knows? It's hard telling. Ronald Domain doesn't seem like the. I don't know if I'd call it repost worthy if I'm being real, Lala, not listening. But thank you nonetheless for the submission. Definitely an interesting one. We don't get a lot that are 1 minute or less, so appreciate that. I don't really have much else to say on this one. Oh, Avenada, you know this song because of Murasaki. Murasaki is all over the place, dude. Murasaki is tapped the fuck in. All right. Pretty much Murasaki and Auroral, both of them, super tapped in. You like pull up any random song, there's like a 50-50 shot they've heard it before. All right. Let's grab this next track here. If the webpage wants to load. Oh, don't tell me SoundCloud goes down during the SoundCloud game show. That'd be unfortunate timing.
The Billie Eilish album completely.
Something doesn't sound right. A report has been sent to our tech team and we're looking into the problem. What the heck, SoundCloud? You're sabotaging the SoundCloud game show, not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud yet.
Yeah.
What are we doing here, bro? Okay, I don't know why this is happening. There we go. Okay, we got a track here from 2 years ago. 47 public tracks from this profile on SoundCloud. And we can see here, the options are a little interesting. We got B and C that are pretty close to each other, 58K and 61K. But outside of that, we got A at 5K and D at 200K. So this will be a toughie, all right? Let's give it a listen.
You know it. Yes. And to get things started.
All right.
Hold it. I got a surprise for you.
You got a goodie for me?
A recognizable tag right off the bat.
Hello.
Just gonna put that out there.
I'll be back shortly to pick this record up and give you a free surprise gift in return.
I'll take care of it. I'll take care of it.
What could you do?
None of your business. Just leave it to me.
I hope you're not going to do anything wrong.
Would I?
During the year of 1965, a screen of darkness descended upon the Earth like
Sounds
a vapor
familiar.
from outer space. It spread across.
It's a recognizable tag,
eternity.
if I do say so myself.
It almost succeeded.
You know, it's tricky because I definitely know the artist, but I don't think I've heard this song by them.
Definitely heard this sample before.
Yes, sir.
Couple guesses.
We do have a couple guesses.
We all know.
This is actually fire.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, man. This is my favorite funk producer, so no surprise that it's a clean ass mix. And some really sick sample work. Now, what is my guess gonna be is the question.
Look here, I want to register a complaint.
Alright, I've got a guess locked in.
Uncanny, absolutely uncanny. It's unbelievable.
Genius.
2 years ago.
2 years. Let's see how close it is to turning 3. It's almost 3 years old.
The most natural and satisfying way of listening to recorded sound.
We know now that man has always found ways to alter his emotions by consuming various plants.
How can it be stopped?
You locked in?
There's only one way I can think
Yep.
of.
Alright, chat.
Just listen.
Vote in chat now. How many streams does this track from my favorite funk producer from 2 years ago have?
To talk directly to you.
Let us know by voting in chat now. If you think it's on the lower end, you can go with A, 5.4K. If you think it's on the higher end, you could go with D, 200K. If you think it's somewhere in the middle, you're gonna kind of have to flip a coin between B and C. I'm sorry, 58K or 61K.
Ooh, a lot of toss-ups now.
I'm disappointed in myself for not checking the song out earlier, because this second part is crazy. I think a lot of flute samples are kind of played out or sound a little corny, but this motherfucker knows how to sample, okay? You got a great ear for this shit, in my opinion. All right, the poll's closed. Only 11 votes, guys. If you're in chat, don't feel afraid. We won't judge you for your votes, unless you're just totally off base. It seems like you guys are leaning towards C on this one, though. 61K. And like I said, it's a little bit of a toss-up, I feel like, between B and C, because they're so close to each other. And when you're this far from the release date, there's really no telling. If you couldn't tell from the tags, it's a Cloudbug track, like 1000%. And you can tell just from like the mixing and the sample selection, I feel like that it screams Cloudbug, okay? And I don't know, I feel like this particular track, I didn't recognize it, so I'm inclined to think that it's not like one of his super popular tracks. But I mean, he's not going to be pulling 5K on a track from almost 3 years ago. So I decided to just go with B or C. And because I hadn't heard it before, I was more inclined to go with B. So that's why I went with B on this Cloudbug track. Danny, what were you thinking?
I'm thinking C. I voted similar with chat right now, just because obviously I think it's about to turn 3 years old. I think that's what you said when you pulled up the date. But I'm pretty confident, especially since he's an OG in the scene in general. I feel like he's able to pull numbers like that, especially with a track like that's so super well mixed. And it's not recognizable to somebody that's not in the scene as much, but if you're just going through his discography, this is something that you would definitely remember. Or it might be in a tape. I'm not 100% sure.
Makes sense.
So I'm going to go with C.
You and chat are in agreement. C is for chat. So a lock in C for you guys. Let's see where this one shakes out. I'm thinking it's going to be B or C. 3, 2, 1. It was C, god damn it. I'm still not on the board, guys. Oh my god. We got Red Alert by Cloudbug. No surprise there. Yeah, I'm surprised I had not heard that one before.
That's a really good track, though. I'm not going to lie.
It certainly is. I wish I had given it a shot earlier because, like I said, that second drop is crazy. Very dope flute sample. So, good read, chat. Well done. I hope that none of you guys cheated after hearing the distinctive Cloudbug tag, but yeah, never a bad day when we get a Cloudbug submission. So keep them coming, people. Maybe someday we'll see one that I have in my liked tracks. All right. Let's get this next submission pulled up here. This one comes to us from 1 year ago. 72 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud, so nothing to scoff at. They've been in the game for a minute now, it seems. This track could have as few as 7.4K or as many as almost 40K. So 40K in a year and a half or so. That's pretty impressive. Let's give it a listen.
it's cleanly mixed. It's not punching you in the face at all. It's just like
yeah, I get what you're saying. All right. Seems that the poll is over. Chat, you guys are leaning towards B on this one. It's pretty close. The C's almost had it. B on this one. Okay, interesting. 18K on a track from a year and a half ago with somebody who appears to have a decently sized discography. See, I don't know. I went with D because I thought for sure it was a Lost Century track. But then after I locked in my guess, I realized that it didn't have any vocals on it, which I felt like would be a little odd for a Lost Century track. I feel like all of the Lost Century tracks I've heard have vocals on it, so that made me think that it's probably not him. So I don't know. I do think 72 public tracks on SoundCloud. They've got a decent sized audience. I would be surprised if it weren't at least C, 27K, because a year and a half old. I feel like that's definitely doable for somebody who's built up like a sizable audience after 72 tracks. So, yeah, that's why I went with D. What about you, Danny?
I went with B. I just think from the amount of tracks that they have, it's definitely pulling numbers. I definitely don't think it'll be A because it's really well mixed, in my opinion. A year and a half ago, that's also deciding. That's also another factor that I always put in when it comes to like answering. So I'm gonna just have to go with B on that. But I definitely feel like it's pulling numbers above 10K, 15K.
Fair enough. Well, not much else to say about this one, huh? Yeah, I guess like wave funk is how I would describe it. Yeah, like wave cowbell funk, because there's like other wave funk, like the Necros type shit, or like the I don't know if you would classify like Everest as wave funk, but there's different branches to it, I suppose. So, chat, you guys are in agreement with Danny. You think it's going to be 18K B. So let's see if that pans out for you. I feel like it's going to end up being C. I really hope that you guys don't start running away with it, but we'll find out. 3, 2, 1. It was C. It was C after all. It's Glex. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce that. Glex, I have collaborated with my boy Glex before, so shouts out to him. This is I Need You from 1 year ago. And yeah, always good to hear some shit from my boy Glex.
Really awesome track, by the way.
Yeah, that was fire. He just sent me a collab not too long ago, so I need to get on that. But yeah, if you guys didn't know about Glex, I did a collab with him like 2 years ago, something like that. So yeah, he's a cool guy. I think he's like super young too. Like a lot of the dudes in the like Russian funk scene, he's like 16 or something like that. So
still crazy to me. They're making such fire at such.
I know.
Age.
Like if
awesome.
if y'all heard any of the shit that I was making when I was 16, 17, I mean, you would lose all respect for me, rightfully so.
You'd be like, that was you?
Right, yeah. Like, oh, unsubscribe. All right. Let's get the next track pulled up here. That's right, Fox. It's called Chrome 45. All right. 22 days ago. So it's a pretty recent track. And as we can tell, because it's so recent, might not have that many plays. So it could have as many as 3,700 or as few as 243. We got 28 public tracks from this profile on SoundCloud, so not a whole lot. But let's give a listen to this 2 minute and 2 second long track.
It's a vacation to me, on the road to earn my salary. Saving my dog, you should have grown a personality. Hate to be the one to put you dead in your place. All over your damn face, I'm making G's for myself. You need a media.
This beat sounds like an upset stomach.
I be keeping the belt. Your favorite rapper receiving, never repeating. I doubt.
Pay the type beats, bro.
For me, I seen it and I get it. Another sucker that ain't born for this shit like abortion clinic. Saying 6'2", still bigger than you. And if you win the shit, I just go beat the shit out of you. You little bad. backstreet boy, you know, past the Troy. 107, I be stacking out the cash in the void. Use a bitch MC, nobody.
I don't know if it's a shitpost. It sounds kind of genuine.
That's the thing. Like, I don't know if this is supposed to be taken as a joke, but it actually does sound good.
I think if the mix were a little better, like I feel like the vocals are not. They're kind of like overshadowed by the guy whose stomach is rumbling in the background.
Just the ambient farts.
Right.
All
right, I'm locked in. Not sure what to think, huh?
I really don't. I might be off with this one, I'm not gonna lie.
Well, it would be doing me a favor. I'd love to get on the board sometime.
Okay, I got my answer.
All right, chat. This Pepto-Bismol type beat, as Odd One Out likes to say. How many streams does it have? 22 days. Not a lot of time to rack up streams, but hey, man, some of you guys are saying, where's the 1 million plus option? This shit is actually really good. Repost material. So maybe you want to go with C or D. So far, it's a tight race, okay? A and B. You guys are battling it out. If you want to sway the results of the poll, get your votes in now. A and B are duking it out for first place. So far, A has a 1 vote lead, 2 vote lead, 6-4. Stealth Lemon's thinking it's going to be underrated. For real, for real.
Play this at the next set, bro.
Yeah, man,
Hilarious.
think I would be laughed off stage.
Oh, man.
All right. The time on the poll has officially run out, and the A's have run away with it with the 2-point lead. So the A votes have it. You guys are thinking this one's only going to be pulling 240 streams after 22 days, and I have to agree. If it is a shit post, it's not a good enough shit post, I feel like, to get thousands of streams in less than a month. So that's why I went with the A, and not a lot of public tracks from them. So it's not like a super poppin' account who's been in the game for a long time. If I had to guess, so that's why I went with the A. Pretty cut and dry. Danny, what are you thinking on this one?
Well, we're both on the same team because I also got A.
All right.
It's good. I'm just tossed up in between it being like a shit post or someone actually trying. That's just where I'm at right now.
Yeah, I get that.
Yeah.
So it sounds like we're all in agreement here. We're going A. If it's anything other than A, I'm going to be pretty surprised. But I'll take a point. Okay, I'll take a point where I can get one, even if you guys all score a point with me. So, how many streams does this track from 22 days ago have? 3, 2, 1. Wow.
Wow.
All right. Well.
All right, guys. It's been an amazing day.
Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in to stream. Goodbye. Jesus, dude. 1,200 streams in 22 days on this shit is kind of wild.
Wow.
You know, I feel like kind of an asshole because I fuck with 6 Feet Deep and I had not heard of this guy before. So this is from Vaquero, it seems. Sucka Free Diss. It's a diss track. Maybe that's helping it pull some streams. That is kind of crazy though. Fucking 1,200 streams on a diss track with that beat. I didn't have any problem with the vocals or nothing. But yeah, it seems like this is a 6 Feet Deep member. Wow. Very interesting. Let me close the poll here so you guys can see the comments here. It's a little off screen, so I don't know if you can see it, but he tagged the account that I think this is a diss for Evil Click. So yeah, if you guys know anything about Evil Click, they just got dissed, totally dissed. So, an interesting one. Thank you to Unknown User for submitting that one on the Discord. Definitely threw me for a loop. Man, I'd love to score a point, man. It's been a rough 50 minutes for me so far.
50 minutes. Jeez, man.
Yeah, I'm glad that the SoundCloud beef is alive and well. I feel like you don't get a lot of diss tracks nowadays. So, 22 days ago, that one's pretty fresh.
Diss track game going crazy this year.
It seems so. I feel like, maybe I'm imagining things, but I feel like we had a different 6 Feet Deep Records track on the show before that was also a diss track.
It might have been 100%.
I could be mistaken. We've got another one here from pretty recent. Okay, 27 days ago, so only a little bit older, and it could have not a very wide range on this one. Okay, it could have as few as 145 streams or as many as 217 streams. So you guys are gonna have to really lock in and try and figure this one out. Let's analyze it. 46 public tracks from this profile on SoundCloud. Let's give it a listen.
Amazing choices for answers.
Yes. Both sides while on it listening, of course. Some cool panning on the 808. Oh yeah, it's Andreas' birthday. I remember seeing him say that in the Discord. Happy birthday, Andreas. Yeah, this is a real toss-up for sure. Even listening to the track, I have no idea. It's a reasonably well made like OG funk, smooth funk track. But I've also seen a lot, Young Demon included, who are really good at that smooth funk, that OG funk sound, and they do not get the streams that it deserves. So, who knows?
Heavily underrated. All right. I think I got something.
Me too. All right, chat. The poll is open. Go ahead and flip a four-sided die and figure out which one you want to vote for, because this one is going to be tough. You go with A, 145, B, 179, C, 195, or D, 217. Let us know. Oh Lord.
Time for D.
I really hope the gambler's fallacy doesn't work out for you guys, okay? You guys are just rushing D because we haven't had a D yet. Okay, we're getting some C votes, one A vote so far. Only 5 seconds left on the clock. It's looking like you guys are gonna end up going with D. Okay? I did see one C vote come in at the last second. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, man. I saw 4 C votes at least. And for some reason it didn't quite count it. So what do you guys think? Should I count Tense Games' vote for C? Because I see 4 C votes in the chat, but I don't see 4 C votes on the actual poll. So what are you guys thinking? Do we flip a coin between C and D? Do we count his vote? Tense Games says yes. Count his vote.
Feel like we should.
Okay. Okay.
All caps. Definitely worth it.
Fair enough. Let's go ahead and flip a coin. You guys can see that it landed on tails, so you guys are going with D anyways. So sorry, Tense Games. Can't I? There we go. I was trying to figure out the keyboard shortcut to go back a tab. Okay. So you guys are going with D, 217 streams. In hindsight, I think I probably should have gone for D. I feel like it is a pretty well-produced track, so it probably does deserve more than 200 plays in 27 days. I did go with C, though, so I'm not underselling it too bad. Just felt like a C kind of song. I don't know. I really was just guessing on this one because these answers are way too close to each other. Danny, what were you thinking on this one?
I'm kind of in the same boat. I went with C too, just because all of these are really close. Don't mind me hitting my mic, but I really don't think that any answer would be wrong. I definitely feel like it'll pull around these amount of numbers, whether anyone's right or wrong. That's just my opinion on this. So I went with C.
All right, fair enough. So Danny and I are in agreement. We're thinking it's going to go C, but chat, you guys might take it here. You guys might take the D, okay? You guys are really wanting the D, so you guys are going to take the D.
Ooh.
3, 2, 1. It was D. Well done, chat. You guys tied up with Danny, and I'm still not on the board. An hour into stream, I'm just still fucking sitting here with a donut. This is from Young Lord. Can't remember nothing. I think Young Lord has been in chat before. So thank you, Young Lord, for that submission. I think that, yeah, you submitted that one. So thank you for that submission. Keep putting out some fire tracks like that, and you'll be on your way in no time. Another classic example of a fairly underrated OG funk track, but it still ended up with the D as the correct answer. So, well done, chat. Yeah, you guys almost ended up going with C on the coin toss. So, Tense Games, you almost fucked it up. You almost fucked it up for chat. But the coin toss saved you. The bot, the cloud bot, the poll bot tried to save you guys, okay? It tried not counting your vote at all.
Lemon, the big supporter for the D. Shout out to him.
That's right. All right, let's move on to the next track. Hopefully it's one that I can score a fucking point on. That'd be awesome. Okie doke. We got a track here. Oh, we got an oldie. Our first oldie of the stream. Ooh. 8 years ago. 46 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud. Could have as few as 30,000 streams or as many as 113,000. No, pineapple pizza is ass. This shit is an abomination.
I may be a sponge, but I agree with him.
Thank you.
I can't.
This motherfucker lives in a pineapple under the sea, and he says it doesn't belong on pizza.
On pizza, bro.
Okay, I've definitely seen a song somewhere that, oh, you were asking Danny, my bad. Well, now you know Danny's answer. Who is this, man? It sounds very familiar. 2015, dog. This one's quite the throwback. Tennessee, nothing to fuck with. Grew up in the woods and in the hood. Bitch, I'll buck quick. Never had nobody to tell me exactly right from wrong. So robbery and sacrificing. Why does every white funk rapper sound like this? Dragging that buster into the doom shop. Pull your body. Doom shop. Okay. Throw it straight into the dirt. When the doom shop mentioned. You fuck with me, you now the question is, which doom shop member is it? I didn't catch a name drop, and maybe it was there somewhere. All right. I'm locked in. Danny, you are locked in, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Chat, it's time for you to lock in, okay? Let us know in chat how many streams you think this track from 8 years ago, from who we can only assume is a Doom Shop member, has. I don't think Hydra or 10 Gauge were ever in Doom Shop. I know Baker was in 6 Set at one point.
Maybe 10 Gauge probably produced for Doom Shop at a time, but I highly doubt like Hydra was ever in Doom Shop.
Yeah. All right. Jesus Christ, guys, you got to make up your mind. 2 votes for A, 1 vote for B, 3 votes for C, and 2 votes for D. Oh my God, it's almost a 4-way tie across the board. Are you guys trying to do this? Is this intentional? You gonna make me flip a 3-sided coin? The C's are about to take it though. All right. Thankfully, I don't need to flip a 3-sided coin because the C's barely took it. Okay, the C's took it by 1 vote. We had a 3-way tie for A, B, and D, but it looks like you guys are gonna ultimately go with C, 104,000. Me, on the other hand, I'm going with D for Doom Shop. Okay, Doom Shop. If you don't know, 2015, they were pulling mad streams. Okay. It didn't matter if you were one of the lesser known members of Doom Shop, you were still pulling crazy streams. That corner of the scene was super popping at the time. I mean, that's like how Freddy Dread got his like big initial boost. If you haven't seen the untold story of Freddy Dread on the Yokai channel, you gotta check that shit out, bro. But no, yeah, that's like definitely a huge reason he had like kind of his big moment in like 2016, 2017, even before all the TikTok shit. So they were super popping. That's why I went with D. Danny, what were you thinking on this one?
I'm thinking C. And I just think for something this old, I don't see it getting less than 100,000 plays. Anything like B, C, or D, I can see that being a possibility, but I don't see it being A for some weird reason because this is almost a decade-old track. You got to think about that too.
Yep. That's a good point. Yeah, I think it'd be... I'll be a little surprised if it ends up being A, but I know that there are some pretty, like, obscure tracks from 8, 9, 10 years ago that some people like to submit for the game show, so I wouldn't be shocked. But I did see somebody in chat immediately say that they knew this track, so I have a feeling it's going to have a lot of streams. So, chat, you guys ended up going with C. Danny, you're going with C as well. I'll lock in C for you guys, and we'll see how that goes for you. 3, 2, 1. It was D, baby. Ooh. Let's go. 901 Kruger. I did not... Was he in Doom Shop? I totally missed that. That's crazy. Was he just shouting out Doom Shop?
Does sound familiar.
We've had a couple tracks from him on the show before. Some that I've liked, some that I have absolutely despised. But this one was... I mean, that perfectly plays into that old Doom Shop horrorcore Memphis revival sound. So I think it's pretty cool. I did not know if he is in Doom Shop or if he was in Doom Shop. It was on Doom Shop Volume 1. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
Yeah, because I've seen Kruger's name pop up in like my also or familiars or like also likes on Spotify. I've definitely seen his name float around a little bit.
Yeah, makes sense. And it looks like he went by Cocaine Kruger back then instead of 901 Kruger. So, like peaking at a different time. All right, we got a submission here from Avanada. Avanada, hopefully you're still in chat because it's time for one of your submissions. Let's see here. It's from 9 years ago. You can see we got the fancy waveform artwork, which means because of the fact that I don't get to see how many public tracks this profile has on SoundCloud, but we can see that the answers are going to range anywhere from just under 50,000 streams to over 600,000. So, Jesus Christ, let's give it a listen, why don't we? Stinky Wee Wee, welcome to stream. You were a little late, but I mean, you haven't missed a whole lot. Hasn't been the highest scoring game in the world. But we've had some pretty cool submissions so far.
Where's Penis Man in the chat when you need him?
Yeah, where has Penis Man been? I think Penis Man might be a European. Got the Counter-Strike samples. May of 2015, so this is another oldie. Super oldie. If this was posted today, it would not be pulling this many streams.
Over 500,000 is wild. Jeez. It's always a possibility it might be D.
People are getting crazy with the panning on the 808. But yeah, this is definitely fits right in with that 2015 SoundCloud trap sound. This is like sort of the type of shit that Mirror was making back in the day, if you guys fuck with Mirror.
Okay, I think I got something locked in.
I'm locked in. Chat, it's time for you to let your voice be heard. How many streams does this Counter-Strike trap song from 2015 have? You've got 3 relatively underrated options. A, B, C, and D. That's 47.9K, 55.1K, and 93.4K. Or if you think it's gonna, yeah. We got a lot of D's so far. You guys are seeming to think that it's going to be D, 676,000. That is a shit ton of streams, my guy. One of these is definitely not like the other, but keep in mind, it could be a red herring. It could be a randomly generated incorrect answer, okay? People submit some obscure shit. People submit some White Katana tracks from 12 years ago that, even if you know it's White Katana, ends up having like 17,000 streams after 10 years, which is just insane. But people are digging, okay? People are digging for the hidden gems. We only got 7 votes on this poll, but you guys are almost unanimous with D. You guys went with D, 676,000. I think you're a little wild for that. I don't know if I can necessarily see this one pulling in over that much, over 500,000 streams, even in 9 years. I went with B. Specifically, I rushed B because it's a Counter-Strike song, and because I feel like this sounds like, I don't know, the type of like obscure 2015 trap type song that someone in our Discord would totally dig up and try to send to us as kind of a trick question, making us think it's got way more streams than it actually does. So that's just where I went with that. Danny, what are you thinking on this one?
I went C for Counter-Strike.
That's good.
A little bit of lore. Counter-Strike was actually the first game that actually got me into funk. So I started watching YouTube videos on Counter-Strike, like funny moments and everything. And that's where I actually heard like Devilish Trio, Baker.
Oh, shit.
That's basically how I got semi-familiar with some of the names, specifically like obviously Devilish Trio and APOC. Obviously they're the goats to me when it comes to, just rapping in this community. So I went with C.
That's good. That is good. I did not know that about you. That's so crazy.
Yeah, it's hilarious because I was like, who is this? And then I looked in the description of the videos, and it's just literally all Devilish Trio tracks, and they're the funniest thing on the planet.
That's crazy, dude. Well, you're voting C for Counter-Strike. I'm voting B for Rush B. They're voting D for Deagle. Dust 2. They're voting D for Dust 2. Okay? So, chat, I'll lock in D for you guys. I hope it works out for you, but I don't know, man. That we have not seen a lot of tracks pull that many streams, even over the course of 9 years. So let's find out. 3, 2, 1. It was C for Counter-Strike. Danny takes the point.
Wow.
Damn,
I'm shocking myself with these. I'm really shocking myself with these.
I remember this guy. Journal. You guys remember Journal? I don't know if they still make tracks. They've got 150 tracks on SoundCloud apparently. So it's possible that they're still out here putting out shit, but yeah, definitely fits perfectly in. I mean, even the naming, like with the aesthetic font, the cloud emojis, they called it Dream. Like, that is such a 2015 ass trap song. But yeah, it just shy of 100K. So you called it, Danny.
Jeez.
You reclaim your lead.
Yep. Jeez. Was not expecting that whatsoever at all.
Yeah, Journal is kind of an OG. I remember seeing a lot of Journal tracks get reposted on my feed back in the day.
Yeah, he's a name that I haven't seen recently or like at all. I think this is the first or second time I've actually heard that name before.
I'm kind of curious now. I'm gonna go check out his profile, see if he's been dropping stuff.
Posted
4 years ago, so it looks like he's been pretty inactive. Has he been reposting? Last thing he reposted was 10 months ago, so he's not even logging in that much. It seems.
The Lorem Journal. Where is he now?
Somewhere in New Zealand, I take it. All right.
Collab win.
All right. Lala not listening. I will not be freestyle rapping on the next submission. I'm so sorry to burst your bubble, but that is it's not my wheelhouse. I'm not a lyricist, much less on the spot. All right, we got a submission here from Nate08. Not sure if Nate's in chat today, but here's a submission from him. This one's from 6 years ago. Jesus Christ, look at this. Look at this. This is the wildest guest distribution we've gotten, I think, ever. I think this one is like the most, this one of these things is not like the other ass answers ever. Okay?
This takes the cake.
This could be as low as 231 streams, or B, 232 streams, C, 246 streams, or D, 359,000 streams. Oh my God. All right. 18 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud. Once again, this is from 6 years ago, so who knows? Let's give it a listen and see if it deserves 200 plays or 300,000. Oh yeah, so the answers are based on what play count it had before we play it. So yeah, if it had 231, it's gonna have more than that now. So something to keep in mind. Regardless of how these answers came about, it is a statistical anomaly. Because all of the... I'll explain. Let's just give it a listen first. I'm locked in.
I'm also locked in.
I'm with you, Aurora. When I hovered over that 6 years and saw that it was 2018 was 6 years ago, that kind of that hit. Yeah, man.
I feel so old now.
All right, guys. It's time for you guys to vote. The poll is open now. If you guys want to vote, how many streams you think this one has. If you think it's on the lower end, I've got bad news for you. It's pretty much a coin toss. Okay, A, B, and C is 231, 232, and 246, respectively. If you want to go with the one that's not like the others, you could go with D, 359,000 streams. It's a pretty good song. I can see we've got Nate in chat now. Nate is the one who submitted this one, so only he knows where this one's gonna lie. He says, "Shout out Fishbone," whatever that means. Is Fishbone the artist?
Yeah, I think so. He's a homie of mine too. Like, he's hella underrated producer.
All right, well, do with that information what you will. You unfortunately do not have any more time to vote, chat. So seems like you guys are gonna go with C, 246 streams. There were 2 brave souls in chat who wanted to vote D, 359,000. Oh, you're new here, ATI Music. Welcome to the SoundCloud game show, not officially associated with nor endorsed by SoundCloud yet. You can see here we're guessing how many streams this track from 6 years ago has. Unfortunately, you stopped by at a time where we got quite an anomaly on our hands with the multiple choice options we were given. You can see here that A, B, C, and D are pretty freaking close. And D is not so close. So it's kind of a toss-up here if we thought it was wildly underrated or wildly overrated, so to speak. So to give you guys a little bit of context, to show you just how much of a statistical anomaly this is, the way that the bot or the Chrome extension works is it pulls the correct answer from the page, it pulls the correct play count, randomly assigns it to A, B, C, or D, and then to create the incorrect options, it starts with assigning a range, okay, a range of possible plays. And the range gets bigger depending on how long the track has been out. So since this one's been out for 6 years, it could be a pretty big range. Do I think it could be as big as 359,000? I don't know. I'm not that familiar with how the ranges scale with how long the track has been out. But for randomly generated answers to be this close to each other or to be this wildly over the other ones is very, very rare. So yeah, I went with A on this one. I feel like this one has to just be like stupid underrated. That was really just my best guess. I have no idea. What are you thinking, Danny?
Man, never say never. I'm actually gonna go with D. And if this is right, what Nate said, Fishbone, hella underrated producer. I really think people sleep on him. Like, I personally think he's one of my top 10. He doesn't make as much publicly, but I've heard so much of his stuff, especially when he sends me on Discord. Hella underrated if this is Fishbone. But I went with D, sadly.
All right, dude. All right. So chat, you guys are going with C. I'll lock in C for you guys. I'm going A. Danny's going D. Let's find out how many streams this track actually had. 3, 2, 1. It was C, chat. How do you guys do it? How do you do it? You can see this was indeed from Fishbone, and it did indeed it is indeed very underrated. I mean, wow. 359,000. Apparently the range of possible plays is pretty wide for tracks that have been out for 6 years.
Super slept on producer. I'm telling you right now, he just needs to drop his album whenever that comes out.
Agreed.
Oh my gosh.
Well,
he's so good.
Has it been in the making for 6 years?
He drops singles every couple of years, but he keeps DMing me about I DM him yo, when's the album coming out? And he always has works in progress in Eric D's server, and they're so smooth. They're so good. I'm surprised that he doesn't post more.
Damn. Well, yeah, we need some more Fishbone, it sounds like, so we can get him up to that 359K. Okay?
Hell yeah.
Thank you, Small Red Triangle, for joining and subscribing. It's good to see you move over to YouTube from the Discord. All right. Let's get the next random track pulled up here. as a reminder, you can submit tracks for free on the Discord. I also am now remembering that we did get a paid submission, so give me one moment while I get that one pulled up.
Got you.
Looks like we've actually got 2 to go through, so give me one moment. All right. Here we've got this paid submission of a track from 27 days ago, so pretty fresh. Jesus Christ.
Oh.
How does that have any of these?
Ago? A month ago is crazy.
Less than a month, and it's got more than 28K. I mean, by default. That's a little insane. All right, let's give this one a listen.
Good track.
2.5 minutes long. Pretty fire. I'm still surprised that it's got this many streams in less than a month, but
this is difficult.
Only 41 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud too.
But a month is throwing me off. That's the thing. Less than a month for that.
This is so fire. It's a Skyrim sample?
I heard it for a split second, and I can still hear it.
Oh. Aurora brought up a good point. It is possible that this song got botted. It is certainly possible. Man, I have no fucking clue. All right, I'm locked in.
I'm also gonna get locked in.
All right, chat. This track from 27 days ago from a profile with 41 tracks on it. Good luck. Because either way, it's got a shit ton of streams, it seems like.
Trying to see if the follower account ratio is also something.
Yeah, we'll see, man. So I have a feeling some of these ratios are going to look a little fishy. I feel like to get that many streams in less than a month on a track that sounds like this, I mean, it's a good track, but tracks like this, they're not popping like that on SoundCloud. I mean, Jesus Christ.
Not recently, though.
Nah. If it was like a Suicide Boys track, then I would be like, okay, maybe 70, 80K. But Jesus. So far, you guys are leaning towards C. You got less than 10 seconds on the clock if you want to try and sway the results. But it's looking like the C's are going to take it. Such a fire song, though. Gotta say. Chat, you guys are going with C. I, on the other hand, went with D. If it is botted, I don't know why you'd stop short of 100K. You know what I mean? If you're gonna bot your track, get it over 100K. You know what I mean? I mean, that's pretty impressive. It looks impressive, at least, until you check the ratios. Danny, what were you thinking on this one?
I'm gonna have to go with B. I'm gonna have to be the lone survivor of B. I can definitely see this being around that range. It just shocks me the fact that the lowest could possibly be 28K.
I know.
As soon as all the answers came out. but I'm gonna have to go with B on this one.
Pretty fried, if you ask me. So Danny, you're going with B. Chat, you're going with C. I'm going with D. Let's hope it's not A. I'll lock in C for you guys, chat. 3, 2, 1. Is it botted? It was D. And this shit is... Wait.
Damn.
Hang on a second.
Wow.
34... You're trying to tell me 34 comments on a track with 122,000 streams and 3,600 likes? Something doesn't smell right. No offense to End Times. They've got fantastic taste in music. They are following yours truly. But this does look a little fishy. And it might... It might not have been them who botted it. You know, it could have been somebody else who botted it. Some hostile botting going on.
That ratio is crazy though.
Hey, they remembered to bot the likes as well, which is more than what most people do, I feel like. So that's interesting.
Yeah, definitely. Especially, I feel like if it was if the reposts were up, I'd be like, okay, this could be accurate.
Yeah, I feel like the comments are always a dead giveaway though, because even if they do remember to bot the comments, you can tell what botted comments look like. So, I don't know. We live in an interesting time, man. It seems like SoundCloud is still yet to do anything about botting. So, yeah.
Let us take over. We'll definitely improve it a lot better.
Yeah, dude.
Sponsor us.
Yeah, Dakagob submitted that one. He paid to expose this guy on the SoundCloud game show. Fair enough, dude. Fair enough. Ooh. All right, we got another paid submission to get through here. Make sure I'm not missing nothing.
How many more? Just this one?
Just this one, I think. I'm going to go ahead and close the paid submissions so that we can stay on track.
Hey, bro, same. Gotta take the long path to success. I'm with Dakagob on that one.
All right. Whoops, wrong window. All right, this next track comes to us from 5 days ago, another really fresh one. And you can see the play count kind of reflects that, okay? This one's going to max out. It's not quite as crazy as the last one. It's going to max out at 243 streams. Could have as few as 27 streams, though. So let's give it a listen and find out. It looks like this might be like a mini tape or something. Look at all these different drops they got going on.
I know this one.
Oh. You do?
Yeah, I do. Question is, which one is it though?
Ah, okay. I heard the tag.
Question is, what is it though? I was just listening to this week too. I don't know what the plays was at.
I am surprised that there aren't more tracks on this profile if it's who I think it is, though.
I know who. I definitely know who it is. It's between like three people that I can think of right now. Question is like, which one is it though? Underrated rapper. Underrated. Bar for bar.
All right, I'm locked in. I've got my guess locked.
I'm also locked in. I'm gonna say something after this too.
Oh yeah. If you know who it is, I'm excited to hear the commentary. All right, chat, the poll's open. Let us know how many streams you think this track from 5 days ago has. As a reminder, this is a paid stream, so take that, or a paid submission, so take that into account. Could have as few as 27 streams, or as many as 243 streams. So you can vote in chat now. Sounds like Danny knows who it is. I have a suspicion as to who it is based on the tag that I heard.
They're definitely in chat right now too, I can tell.
Oh, really? Well,
very, very, very interesting. Might spoil it for everybody.
Oh, shit.
Maybe.
Chat, you guys are leaning towards C, it seems like. 161 streams, kind of a middle of the road.
Oh, I see a name. I see a name.
All right. The poll is over. Chat, you guys are going with C, 161 streams. I did hear a Young Demon tag, okay? Just going to say that. Young Demon, notoriously cool guy. So I went with C on this one as well. 161 streams. Danny, what do you have to say about this one?
Let me cook real quick. So, answer is C. But I just want to say one thing. Kato, Zoo, and Demon are a part of this project. I already know that for a fact. Zoo is rapping. Kato and Demon definitely helped produce this simultaneously. I'm guessing it's a collab between them three. Devil Records, obviously, shout out them. I feel like this is on either Zoo's account or Demon's account. Just from the amount.
Demon has to have more tracks than that.
I feel like Zoo. I feel like it's Zoo's account. I feel like it's Zoo's account. Maybe.
Is Zoo in chat too? He is.
Yeah. This is a toss-up. I know Demon doesn't have that little amount of tracks. He has way more tracks now that I'm thinking about it. But I can definitely tell it's a complete Devil Records track. That's all I have to say.
Fair enough, dude. So you went with C as well. It's unanimous across the board. We're all going C. Man, I feel like it needs to be more than 243. That's a fire fucking track. I mean, how can it not be with a stacked collab like that?
Underrated rapper too, and artist in general.
So who was rapping on it? Do you know? Oh, okay. Yeah, bro was spitting. Well done.
Really good. Really good.
Let's see where it landed. 3, 2, 1. It was D. Well done, boys. You guys got the highest option on the board. Unfortunately, nobody scored a point, but I'm glad to see that it's not quite as underrated as we thought. So this is Today, featuring Kid Cortez by Zoo, produced by Young Demon and Kato, as Danny predicted. Well done, folks. A very fire submission indeed. Definitely deserves more. That was an interesting one. I love getting ones that we recognize right off the bat, especially ones that we recognize that are by people in chat. It's always a fun time. Mm-hmm. Once again, well done, boys.
Everybody from Devil Records is underrated, just super slept on right now. I'm telling you that right now.
It seems like Definitely. It. I mean, sheesh. All right. Let's get the next random track pulled up here. 6 months ago. 10 tracks from this person, so not a lot to work with. But this one could have as few as 200 streams or as many as 30,000. So let's find out.
Okay, set it off. I'ma do the damn thing. Put my name on my gang, on my goddamn chain. So rich nigga, you a goddamn.
A Young Gravy type.
Bro, nigga, you a goddamn stain. Let me wipe the blood on my Nikes. Bang. Let me wipe the blood on my Nikes. Bang. Let me wipe the blood on my Nikes. Bang. Let me wipe the blood on my Nikes. Bang. How the fuck you get all your bread took? I'm a real nigga, leave a trail full of dead crooks. I can see the snitch, you the type to make the feds look. I can make a sham shook, that chopper scene like Sam Cook. Change gon' come with his drum. Please don't get involved in that MIA. It's first 48 yo B misery unsolved. So it's best you keep my name out your mouth. This how the fucking go down in the south. Most of my niggas been down in the drought, so they looking for smoking. You look like an out. Lord, forgive me for my sins. I can't spare the rod. Any final days, them been times that been hella hard.
Trying to feel like I'm trying to get a feel for whether these are original vocals. I feel like they might be sampled though. Got any thoughts, Danny? These sound original to you?
I've heard this song before. I've definitely heard this song before.
This exact song, or Are you saying you've heard a song that the vocals are from?
The acapellas.
Oh, okay.
It's a song. It's a song from Obviously, this is Juicy J.
Okay. Well, yeah, that kind of yeah.
It's not Xavier Wolf. I know that. For
I think Young Demon's saying it's Denzel, possibly.
Yeah, Denzel Curry. It's like Blood on My Nikes. That's
okay. Pretty fire flip though.
It's the first time I've actually heard this vocal be flipped like this, or even ever. This does sound like Fox, especially like with his sample packs too. This does sound like something that he would use.
All right, I'm locked in. Are you locked in, Danny?
Yeah, I'm locked in.
I almost called you Denzel. Got Denzel on the mind. Chat.
T is crazy.
Denzel T.
Denzel T.
All right, chat. Now's your time to let us know what you think of this track from 6 months ago. Is it on the more underrated side with something like 200, maybe 900 streams? Or you think it's a little more on the overrated side with 30,000 streams in half a year? That'd be kind of crazy, right? It's a pretty fire song. Pretty nice flip of the Denzel and Juicy collab, I think. Are they both on that track?
Yes, them two. Juicy's part on that was really good.
I wasn't sure if they sampled the Juicy vocals from somewhere else. So far, there seems to be a tie between B and C, so you guys have 5 seconds to break that tie in chat now. It's not looking like you could decide. You couldn't make up your mind between B or C, which is just short of 1,000 or just short of 2,000. So you know what? Let's go ahead and flip a coin and find out which one you guys are going to vote for. All right. You can see that we went for tails once again. So you guys are going C on this one. And now I have to figure out how to get back to that tab. We'll get there. We'll get there eventually. All right, here we are.
Waiting.
Here we are. Okay, so you guys are going C. I felt like this one was definitely good enough to have more than 200 streams after half a year. I would hope that people would start to, kind of toss it around and support it a little bit. But with only 10 public tracks on SoundCloud, you're really definitely like still kind of getting your feet under you and trying to build up a fan base. So I don't know if I was totally sold on them already passing 1,000 streams on this. And I definitely didn't think it was going to be hitting 30K with that few tracks on SoundCloud. So I went with B for Blood on My Nikes. Okay? So that's why I went with B.
I'm gonna have to go with C on this one.
Oh.
And this is just, I really don't have like a reason why I chose C. This does sound like something Fox would sample, but I think that he has more actual tracks on his actual SoundCloud, so it might be somebody else, or it might even be him. I'm not 100% sure on that, but I did go with C.
Well, Fox voted for C, so if it is a Fox track, then seems like you might be on the right track. And chat, if that's the case, the coin flip might have saved you. I'll lock in C for you guys. You guys are wanting to see that. I'm wanting to see B. And, I mean, if it is Fox, I hope for your sake that it ends up being D. 3, 2, 1. It was B, baby. Blood on my motherfucking Nikes. This is The Morning by Daroma. So, did not end up being Fox, unless that's your name on SoundCloud. But yeah, pretty fire track. Got 88 followers on SoundCloud, so definitely still kind of like growing their audience. And yeah, it's cool to see producers who seem like they're just starting out and they've already got like pretty solid production skills. So props to you, Daroma.
It is a nice sample though.
It certainly is. All right, Yokai ties it up, baby. I'm back in the game. It's a 3-way tie now.
Pause.
How'd you guys let that happen? Stinky Wee Wee, did you vote B on that one? I'm so sorry. Yeah, I'm sorry to all the B voters who got fucked up by the coin toss, man. And congrats to ATI Music. Were you the first to vote for B? That's so unfortunate. So mighty unfortunate. All right. Let's get another submission pulled up here. And maybe we can break this tie before we go into the wheel to end the game, you know? All right, we got a submission here from Young Demon. Let's check this one out. 1 month ago, this person has 52 public tracks on SoundCloud, and this track could have as few as 300 streams or as many as 3,000 streams. You know, it's a good question, Wynick. We got to get Vaughn on the show sometime. That'd be cool.
For real.
The tag gives it away every time. Pretty sure we had a submission from this person last stream. And I don't think anybody picked out the tag except me. And then he was saying, no, you should skip past the tag. Can't do that.
That'd be so unfair to everybody else.
Yeah, I gotta make it fair. Yeah, it's a fire tag.
Oh, this is a really fire flip.
Yeah, I dig the bass line. All right, I've got my guest locked in.
Okay, I think I got something for this.
All right, chat. How many streams does this track from 1 month ago have? If you think it's on the more underrated side, you could go with A, 393 streams, or B, 1,303 streams. On the other hand, if you think it's going to be on the higher end, you could go with C, 2,720, or D, 3,169. Nice. So far, you guys are going unanimously C. I do see one B vote in there, one A vote in there. So it's a little bit spread. So make sure you get those votes in. You only got 30 seconds left on the clock to let your voice be heard.
Man, the amount of times I'm going to say they're underrated is crazy on this one.
Yeah. Yep. Having heard the tag, I can confirm that I do believe that this person is generally on the more underrated side. So 10 seconds left. If you want to sway the results of the poll, I see we getting a couple more B votes here, but only 3 seconds left on the clock. I don't think it's going to make much of a difference. The poll is now closed. Chat, only 8 votes on the board, but you guys are gonna go with C. Seems that is where the majority is going to go with this one. You guys are thinking this one's going to have 2,700 streams. If you couldn't tell from the tag. This track is from none other than Kato. Okay? And based on the submission that I saw on the last stream, I think Kato is a little bit more on the underrated side, like Danny and I were alluding to. Definitely deserves more streams than he ends up getting. So I know that he's got like a decent sized audience. I mean, he has 52 tracks on SoundCloud, so he's had some time to kind of build that up. So I don't think he's going to be quite as low as 393 after a month, but I do think it's going to be on the lower end. So I went with B for Beto.
Ooh, Beto. Alter ego on SoundCloud.
Yeah,
crazy.
with the B emoji. What are you thinking?
I'm gonna have to go with C. Same thing with chat. I don't know if I might. This might be a single track from Kato, or it might be like a collab with Demon. I'm not 100% sure. But I definitely do agree that both of them are hella underrated.
Yeah,
Kato.
It doesn't matter whose profile it's on. It's not going to be getting the streams it deserves.
Yeah, it's just so well produced, like mixing wise, master wise. Like it's just so smooth, like just amazing.
Agreed. Let's go ahead and lock in C for chat. Danny, you also went with C, is that right?
Yep.
All right, we'll see who runs away with the lead here. If it's not A or D, someone is going to start pulling out ahead.
My monitor.
3, 2, 1. It was B, baby. B for Beto. And it is none other than Beto. Night Shift, to be exact. Produced by Kato. Devil Records, as we mentioned before. Another underrated track here by Kato. Pretty fire. I think Backwin and I used the same Xavier Wolf vocal on a collab somewhat recently. So, yeah, I think that was a very creative use of it.
Beto for the win.
Yeah, exactly. Trust the process, young demon. You guys will pop in no time. I just know it.
Might be a little thing in the works. Just trust the process. I already know about them.
That's
in general.
Right. That is right. All right. Chat, Danny, we'll pull up another random track, see if you guys can take back the lead or tie me up. Don't tie me up. We got another submission from Young Demon. Look at that.
Oh,
two in a row. This one has... Wait a minute. Wait a minute. This is the paid submission from earlier. There's no... That's crazy. You already submitted this one on the Discord, and then he paid to have it played earlier. If you had just been a little more patient, you wouldn't have had to pay.
Bro, what are the chances?
Thanks for the $5, though. I appreciate it. All right.
That's crazy.
We'll get another one.
Anomaly in the same stream. Another anomaly, bro.
That is wild. All right.
That's actually hilarious.
All right. I appreciate it, Young Demon. Yes. You keep the lights on. Yo, we got fake Von... We got totally real Von Storm. Hey, the real Von Storm isn't all caps. I'll have you know. A little late to the stream. Jeez. That's not the official artist profile, okay? You don't see a little music note. What a collab. Oh my god, it's Von Storm.
Yo, sign my profile pic, bro.
For real. All right. This submission comes to us from 4 months ago. And would you look at that? It could be as low as 100 streams or as many as 33.4 or 5K. Okay? We got some decisions to make here. 28 public tracks from this person on SoundCloud. Let's give it a listen.
Let's go. Like club vibes right now.
Oh yeah. was a cool little switch.
Nice.
Oh my god, you did not put the little music note in your fucking message. It's supposed to be the one music note, not the double. That would convince some people though. Hello, Fun Storm from Holy Mom. All right. Yeah, I'm really not sure. I mean, I know what I'm voting on this one, but I'm struggling to think of like a cute little thing to write with it. But I'm locked in. Danny, do you have a guess locked?
I do.
All right, chat. It's time for you guys to lock a guess in. So you got 60 seconds on the clock. Von Storm music note. I hope that you'll vote in the poll as well. I'd love to know your opinion on this one. How many streams does this track from 4 months ago have? Could have, you know, if you think it's on the lower end, you got pretty much one option. Okay, A, 138 streams. If you think it's on the higher end, you've got 3 options over 10K. You could go with B, 10.9K. You could go with C, 33.4K. But if you think it's just a smidge higher than that, you could go with D, 33.5K. Okay. So far, it looks like you guys are rushing A. Oh my God, the B's are taking it. The B's are making a comeback. If you want to sway the vote, you've got about 10 seconds left on the clock. If you're in the stream and you haven't voted yet, get those votes in. You might be able to sway the results of this one. So far, it looks like the A's might take it. It's 4-3. Oh my goodness, now it's 6-4, and the A's have secured the lead. Wow, that was a close one, guys. You guys were almost on track for a 3rd coin flip in one stream. That's wild.
Jeez. All-time records this week.
For real. Yeah, this one is a stream of extremes. If one of the A votes had defected to B, it would have been a tie again. So 10 votes. You guys are only voting for A or B. So regardless, you guys are thinking it's a little bit more on the lower end. I don't necessarily blame you. Only 28 tracks from this person on SoundCloud, and it's a pretty fresh track, only 4 months ago. So I was definitely between A and B as well. And for me, I think when it comes to these like more subdued, kind of chill, funk house type of, like lo-fi type of beats, I don't see him getting a shit ton of streams. So I went with A. I think it's going to be on the much lower end of the spectrum, personally. What are you thinking, Danny?
I went with B. Shout out Stonform in the chat.
Hell yeah.
Got a little song right there, bro.
That's good.
A little emoji right there, but I did go with B. I do think it doesn't have that many plays when it comes to C or D. Plus, C and D are really close to each other. Like, that happens every once in a while on the game show, but for some reason, 4 months, that many tracks, I don't see it having that many streams in that short amount of time. So I went with B.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I will be very curious to see who this is by and if we recognize the name, because I don't know. I feel like I don't get a lot of opportunities to kind of listen to this side of the scene. So I'll be curious if I recognize the name. Chat, you guys are going with A. I'm going with A. Danny's going with B. Let's see where this one landed. 3, 2, 1. It was A. Chat, you and I take a point. Danny, I'm so sorry. For the first time in the game, you're in last place.
Oh my God.
We did you dirty.
It's been a pleasure.
Hey, it's never over till we spin the wheel, okay? Speaking of which, I think it's about time. I think it's about time we spin the motherfucking wheel, okay?
It's that time of the hour.
That's correct.
Get ready, boys.
That's right. If you guys have not tuned into a stream before until the end, this is how we settle the game. This is what we do to keep you guys glued to your screens until the very end of the stream. Anybody can win it, okay? It doesn't matter how far back you are. There's always a chance, a slim chance, that if you get lucky enough on the wheel of reposts, you can bring it back. So as we've discussed on the stream before, a repost can make all the difference, okay? It can totally skyrocket your track into the stratosphere and shoot you into viral status, okay? So I felt like, what better of a theme to use for our little gimmick wheel that we use to spice the game up at the very end of the stream, okay? So you can see here, you've got a 50% chance on the repost wheel that your score doesn't get adjusted at all. On the other hand, you have a 50% chance that you might score some bonus points, okay, just by getting a little lucky on the wheel of reposts. So you got a 25% chance you'll score a +1, about like a 15% chance or something that you score a +2, like a 10% chance that you score a +4, and if you're really far behind, you need to get pretty lucky, but there's a 4% chance, I think, that you can score a +10 and totally change the outcome of the game. There was a stream a few weeks ago where I was really far behind, and I was an inch from grabbing that +10 right at the last second. So that would have been crazy. I don't remember how the last stream ended, but I seem to remember that chat might have gotten the bonus points and taken it back at the end of the game, or maybe it was the guest who did so. But either way, we'll start with who should we start with? I always forget who we tend to start with on these, but I think that it makes sense for us to start with the person in the lead, so that Danny, you know how much you need to get to come back.
The comeback of the century.
Yes. Hey, you only need a +2 to tie it up if I don't score any points, and even if chat scores a +1. Okay. So actually, real quick, I'm gonna switch my screen share so that you can actually see the wheel.
Oh, that's actually crazy. A 6-way tie. No, 3-way tie, technically, with 6 points each.
That would be wild.
That's insane.
All right. So without further ado, I'm going to go ahead and spin the wheel for myself. And stick around to the end because I also have a very important announcement after we spin the wheel, okay? So hang in there. 3, 2, 1. How many bonus points am I going to get? Motherfucker. Ooh. Another week. Damn. And I'm fucking cheated out of bonus points once again. Get the confetti out of there, man. This is disrespectful.
Time to flip tables, bro. Time to flip tables.
After the comeback that I had, that is outrageous. Okay? All right, chat. Without further ado, it's time to spin the wheel for you guys. Freddie Confetti in chat.
Oh, popping off in the United States. Let's go.
That's right. Everybody say Freddie Confetti W in chat. And the first person to do so, I'll spin the wheel for you. Okay? The first person to say Freddie Confetti W or W Freddie Confetti, one of those combinations, I will spin the wheel for chat to decide how many bonus points chat is going to get. Freddie Confetti W, I see the message from Stealth Lemon.
I'm guessing.
Oh my god, you guys were so close to grabbing that +10.
Bro, the tension is on.
I'm so
now.
sorry, chat. It's looking like no matter what happens.
Jeez.
No matter what happens, you guys are going to lose to me. But Danny, moment of truth, you only need a +1 to tie it up with chat or a +2 to tie it up with me. And if you're lucky enough, you just might be able to secure the dub outright. So let me know whenever you're ready. Yeah. Hype him up in chat. Hype up my boy. Okay? Hype him up.
For the community go crazy.
That's right.
Oh, man. This is awesome.
So whenever you're ready, Danny, I will let her rip.
And go.
All right. Here we go.
Oh
shit! Okay, you almost had that +4, bro. Crazy. But Jesus Christ, you tied it up at the last second with the wheel. Well done.
That's awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen it be have it end that way, where only one person got bonus points. But damn.
So first.
Damn. Well done, Danny. You didn't let me quite run away with it alone, okay? Didn't quite let me run away with it alone. So, Danny, well played, sir. We ended in a tie. And
it has been a pleasure. It has definitely been a pleasure.
Yes. Real quick, before we sign off, I do want to give a very special announcement, okay? If you guys have been tuning into the game show since the beginning, you know that we've been doing it for a while now. Since like late December, early January, something like that. Most of 2024, as a matter of fact. So, it is with a heavy heart that I have to announce that Season 1 of the SoundCloud Game Show will be coming to an end next week. So be sure to tune in for a very special stream as a send-off to Season 1. A very special guest, a very special... we'll do some sort of fun spin on the game to make it a little bit more interesting. But fear not, Season 2 is in the works. We will have a date, a definitive date, that it will be coming back on, so you don't need to worry about that. We're also still going to be uploading edited episodes of each of the streams, so you can catch up on all the streams that you might have missed in a bit of a more edited, condensed format, so you don't need to worry about that. Yeah, don't worry about it, guys. I'm not going anywhere. Okay, I'm not going anywhere. We're coming back bigger and better than ever. There's going to be more game modes. It's going to be even more fun than we're already having. Okay, it's going to be awesome. And if you've been waiting for any particular special guests to come back, Season 2 is going to be the time to see that. Okay, so I've seen people say back when. Maybe Season 2 is the when. Okay, you never know. So stay tuned for that. Next week's stream is going to be very special, so don't miss it. It's going to be a Season 1 finale, okay? Without further ado, Danny, thank you so much for joining us. It was a really fucking interesting show. I feel like this was like we said, a stream of extremes. We saw a lot of very anomalous events happen during this one. So
the anomaly stream.
Yeah, I just want to thank you again for coming on the stream. And do you have any parting words of wisdom or anything you want to put on for?
I do want to put on a couple of homies. Firstly, shout out Devil Records. Masterminds and Center Circle just came out with an album. Go check that out. Next shows, June 22nd, Texas show with anybody from Infinite Wave in Texas. 28th of this month specifically, I will be going out to Rhode Island with my homie St. Pawn to see the man, the myth, the legend, Von Storm, Enocalypse, and the Funk Around residents, which include Hoodie Mane, I'm out of breath, Wasabi Jackson, and Imperium. 29th is the first show, or U.S. show, with Infinite Wave and special guest Freddie Confetti and Lil Rocket Man. And the first show that I will also be performing, hopefully, if you guys can actually make it out to Virginia, with Holy Sus, Bad Kids Good People, Shout Out Cult, and Global next month, July 15th. Shout out to everybody. The community has done a lot of great things for me, as well as meeting everybody that I've actually seen in the chat. That's all I gotta say. Obviously, I'm man of the people, so I gotta put the homies on whenever.
Hell yeah!
So shout out to everybody.
Appreciate it. Yeah, you got a stacked summer ahead of you, dog. You're gonna be busy.
Definitely.
So yeah, if you guys want to meet this SoundCloud game show winner in the flesh, those are your chances to do so. Okay. All right. Well, without further ado, thank you guys so much for stopping into stream. It's been a very fun one. Great stream as always. Tense games. I agree. This one was a lot of fun. As a reminder, Season 1 finale, we're going to be streaming it live next Wednesday from 7 to 9 p.m. Eastern. Do not miss it. I will see you then. Have a great rest of your night. Peace.
God bless.